Still, we must move forward. The future lies this way, and we must meet it head-on. Still, we should see if we can recapture the magic in other places. So let's dig into the wild #1 and see if that is where the spirit of brute force lives on. Species have fought for power for centuries. The Duck Empire is the longest to rule, but that may change. The Duck Empire. That was a thing that was just said. When we close in, we see he's actually some white-haired dude in a coat. However, Mario can't see him. The guy then proceeds to do the object appearing in front of him that makes him disappear horror movie thing. It's funny to imagine that what's actually happening in those moments is the figure leaping on to the bus or train or whatever passing by and clinging on for dear life, going, "Oh man, I really got them!" Doug is disturbed by both the guy's disappearance as well as the feeling in his gut that there either were or there soon would be more victims. So hell, eventually my mood did brighten up. Oh boy, murder victims! That sure makes me happy! And naturally, since they resemble an early 90s Image comic team in many ways, they have to bicker like an early 90s Image team. Oh, this is just great, red hair. Ah, so the bunny isn't pink, he's just lightish red.
It's not pink, it's lightish red!
What the hell is going on? It's war, darling. It's war. Huh! Good God, y'all! What is it good for? It really hurts. I know it, baby. I know it hurts.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
She flies. I hope I'm not in love with her. I've never fallen in love.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
So Taurus Bulba has been working for a year or two now to slowly take over St. Canard, creating this business called Quackworks that not only supplies basically everything in the city, from nail clippers to lima beans, but also has created a large force of robots that he utilizes to stop all crime within the city. He has effectively taken over the place. Hell, even Darkwing Duck has retired thanks to the crime bots being so good at their job. Mind control has even been employed here. It's truly one of the most successful villain plots not only in Darkwing Duck, but in superhero comics overall. So it's really friggin' bizarre when it's revealed that the only reason he did all of it was to get his hands on the Gizmo Duck armor. It's like staging a military invasion of a large city because you want to pull some weeds in your front yard. You're kinda taking overkill to a whole new level. I mean, at this point, what good is the armor? You are basically all-powerful already! You could have the people under your sway just build you a new one anyway that's better! The problem with this one is not the plan itself. The plan itself is fine. It's the goal! Taurus Bulba. He's like Lex Luthor if he was obsessed with stealing Superman's cape. The squad that's sent in includes the standard cyborg duck soldiers, but also robotic four-armed ducks with buzzsaws and chainsaws for hands. Check out the general design for these things. I guess the ducks were big fans of Short Circuit.
Number 5 Furious, live in Perturb!
And a battle quickly erupts between the animals and the cyborg robot killbots made to resemble ducks. You know, this comic is kind of weird. Also, despite the Liefeldian influences on the cover, at least the weapons of the characters actually resemble guns. Of course, then Crazy Steve starts beating one guy who keeps asking, "What?" in confusion, as if this was Pulp Fiction. Steve, you are not Samuel L. Jackson, and yes, they do speak English in what? What? You're asking me what? 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 This. No. What's on second, you idiot? Third base! The woman who is being attacked watches and then gets a maniacal grin on her face. Oh my god, the madness is spreading! The woman, wearing what I think are supposed to be platform heels and look like much more sensible shoes than the superheroine was wearing, walks over to one of her injured attackers who asks for help. The woman just kicks him in the groin and says, "I've got Batman watching after me." Well, thank God we had this scene, otherwise, the comic would be one page shorter. Go home now. Catch a cab on Novik. It's well lit. Call your shrink if you've got one.
Well, hold on a second there, Rainbow. This just off the newswire. You're not licensed to comment on how people deal with their emotions.
Although, actually, given how she was following Steve's example with her psychotic look, maybe a psychiatrist wouldn't be a bad idea. Then again, Steve's not exactly in any position to evaluate who needs psychological help.
Thank you. I love you.
Oh, ho, ho, tainted love.
Tainted love.
They find another corridor and a door that explodes out, revealing more of the Roboducks. Said Roboducks are on fire. This is one of the most metal things I've ever seen. And I've seen Neutro riding on a whale and Superman riding on a giant cat. Eventually, all the animal governments joined together, and time was prosperous and happy, and there were rainbows and cotton candy for everyone or something. Then one fateful day, the first duck-fulting city came. The ducks are a mysterious species. Truly, there is no more mysterious and wondrous a creature than the duck. Turns out the ducks have been working for years on cybernetics and anti-gravity technology, with floating cities and superior air technology.
We were discussing air supremacy, Sir Arthur.
The ducks were able to conquer the world and convert any who oppose them into the duckrapeds. But there is hope. A brave few, perhaps foolish few, rebel against the ducks. Red Hair, comma spliced, is one of these individuals. So it's Red Hair the rabbit versus the ducks?
Rabbit season! Duck season! Rabbit season!
This comic sucks, but it is kind of awesome.